Here's the 177th Annual Essex County Fair. Love this nice, sunshiny weather that we have. Barely. Always comes along with this. Liquid sunshine instead of the good old round one up there, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing like it was. I'm going back a while. 1955. We had a torrential rain here in 1955. Looking back to it, there wasn't anybody who was there in 1955. But there used to be a narrow walkway down there at the Englefield building and came up here to this midway. When it got through with that rain, it was no longer there. There was a 12-foot ditch there between the two midways. Part of the track was down there with it. So that was how that fair went that year with it. It has been a tradition over the years that we open this annual Essex County Fair with a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And last year we were lucky we had with us the $1 Million Quartet, and this year we are just as lucky to have with us Renee Foster and Ashley Rodriguez, and they are going to sing the national anthem to open the fair for us. So if everybody will please rise, please remove your hats, and if these two lovely ladies will come up here and lead us in the national anthem.
Oh, sing when you sing by the dawn's early light. What's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, those rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we walked, were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Our land of the free and the home of the
Thank you for a beautiful, beautiful rendition. So appreciate it. Thank you so much. Really.
Actually, it's Friday. I'm going to use duet. Right?
Just, I do this every year because every once in a while there's someone that's here at the crowd or on stage here that hasn't been with us and don't understand what this fair means to everybody. But this fair has been here in Westport for 161 years. And that's just in Westport, because it has been in 3 different locations in this county. As we know, it started in Keysville with the Clinton and Essex County Fair, but then it separated and it came to Elizabethtown, and after that, it came here in Westport with it in 1865. So that's how it came here, and this is actually the second location here in Westport. So the first location was down on the lake. And why it was down there is because that was near where the boats came in at the marina, and it was easy access for people from Vermont and various areas to come in from there. Well, now there, you look, there's more people standing here behind me than I did. Well, it's about even, as Buddy's over here this evening with it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get them introduced, because there's a number up here that I don't know. And I'm going to have Westport Supervisor, Mr. Ike Tyler, introduce all of the board members that are here from the county and and the dignitaries that are standing here together, because I noticed there's a few of them here that are with us and very appreciative with it. So, Ike, would you like to take over for a second?
Second.
Time's up. Let's go to the next group.
I like it. I like it.
Let's get ready to rumble. I always wanted to say that.
We're the next round.
All right. I'm going to start with the Town of J. Mr. Matt. Your name again?
I don't know. That's good enough.
I could have done that.
At least, listen, I got Matt. At least I got him from the great town this year. Last year he said he's from Wilmington. He didn't care for that.
Well, at least you didn't say Lake Placid.
And we have, I'll do the supervisors first. We have Stacy McGill from Willsboro. Tracy, Stacy. And we have George, no. We have
like having
Tim Beard from Lewis. Well, they're changing so much. I've been there the longest of anybody here. And anybody on this supervisors? Oh! Last but not least, from the great town of Mariah, Matt Rathod.
What you got?
I'm coming. And from Matt Simpson's office, we have Matt McDonald. And we have Senator from the 114th district? 15th district, Michael Cashman.
Tim Pierce.
I didn't just hear it.
You got beer? You got beer.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
That's because it's for Jay and not like classic.
If you're letting that stand, I'll say Tim Pierce again. That's your town Lewis. All right, with that, I'll hand it back over to Mr.
Thank you for a fantastic nap job.
I don't get paid as much as you. I didn't study.
I think you stopped down there with it. Now next, ladies and gentlemen, the board that puts this fair together every year, I would like to have the president of the board here, Denny Westover, introduce the board and their wonderful capacity that they do here with it. And then you can also introduce the wonderful sheriff back there. You can introduce the wonderful hospital back there. You can introduce the Merrill Bank back there. You can do all that wonderful introducing.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for being here. And I think looking over you guys' left shoulder, I think that you guys should all be happy with the way the rides look this year in our Midway. It's been a real struggle for the past few years to get some decent rides here because of the size of our fair, but we're just as good as everybody else. Starting from the right, I'm going to have these guys step forward as I announce their names. First is Curtis Daniels. He's one of our board members. The second is Doug Westover. Him and Kurt, he's one of our board members, and him and Kurt work very hard on our music programs. In the beer tent, the South Lawn stage, up here on stage, they've been doing a very good job with it. Randy Roy is one of our board members. He's an all-around guy, helps us all over the fairground, and everything from helping with our new concrete sidewalks to the horse show and beyond. Next is Becky Provost. She's our vice president of the board. She's a big help. She's part of this fair, has been for many years. And next to her is Martha Haywood. She's our cattle superintendent. She takes care of the whole area of our fairgrounds and does a lot with the kids. There's the kids cornhole tournaments and all that other stuff. Holly Hathaway, she's a big part. Her and her sister Becky work non-stop down to Floral Hall all week long and take care of the Floral Hall and all the judging and everything that goes on down there. And right next to her is Jean Gagne. She's our host superintendent, and she's got many hats too. And this big guy behind me that's trying to hide, it's not working very well, is Scott Christian. He does a lot. He does a lot with the horses and cattle and everything else down on the lower end as well. David, step forward, please. This is David Howson, our treasurer. Does a very good job. Very beneficial to us in the past year. Dana Daniels.
It's Marshall now.
Dana Marshall. Dana Daniels Marshall. She's an all-around. She's our social media person and advertising. And then did I get everybody? Danny's standing there in the back. Danny's a big help all around the fairgrounds as well, from one end to the other and in between. So that's all my board members. But Nancy, if you'd like to step forward, I'm going to name off a couple of our big sponsors that are here that were invited to part of our opening ceremony for UVM Medical Center. UVM is one of our big sponsors this year, and we really appreciate it. Thank you. And we've got John and Melissa from Arrow Bank. If you guys wouldn't mind stepping forward and waving to everybody. Another big sponsor who have helped us immensely this year. And last but not least is Sheriff Reynolds. Big supporter, helps us where they can, and he's kind of our go-to guy, you know, when you people don't really mind to be confused. So, but he's always there for us. So back to Ernie.
Thank you. We do have one more person to introduce. Now, if he arrived in E-Town before the session, or after the session started, now that would be a bad thing. But I would like to introduce, standing in the back here, just is Steve McNally from Minerva. He's chairman of the board of supervisors. Get forward here and give him a nice big wave. We appreciate you. Most people from Minerva don't know where Westport is, and most people from Westport don't know where it is. Well, GPS will send you the reader. With it. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Ike. I don't know why I'm thanking you, Ike, but thank you with it. So, all right, and also a big thank you for all the people here that worked so hard. Danny mentioned it, but worked so hard to hopefully make this Fair Week move by smoothly, and that all of the children, all the adults, all the other fairgoers here will smile. They'll eat a lot of the fair food here, get indigested, ride a lot of the amusements of America's new rides that they have brought in here this year. When you walk down through here, it actually looks like you're going through a carnival with it. Congratulations on that. Take in all the shows, the wonderful one tonight, the ATV pulls right here, drags right here with it tonight. And if you haven't got your ticket for Friday night's wonderful show, Jamie Lee Thurston, you better get them fast, they're going quick. Now, you also get a chance to meet, I look out here and I've met some of my old friends tonight, I've met some new friends. I see Matt about every month up in Plattsburgh. He's at the honor flight. It's one of the greatest things that happens up there to honor our wonderful service people, and Matt is always there. And he knows a good friend of mine from up there, so I see him quite often with that. I'm glad you're here. Oh.
I don't want to correct it.
What the heck, we got it.
I wasn't going to correct it.
That's all right, I'm standing next to one. Once in a while, you gotta get the other party in here.
You just slip back.
Sorry, Mike.
No problem.
Mike, excuse me, Mike. We'll get that. You didn't mention, you were happy about it.
My name's Matt.
I know, that's what I said. You were happy about it. You and Mike and the guy, you're all happy. Simpson and you are both happy.
Right, that's what happens, right?
When you stand next to Max, you're trouble, Mike. All right, let's hopefully, Mike, and we will all forget our troubles and what's going on in this wonderful world out there with it. That's why we have this fair. Takes me a second here. My fingers don't work like they used to. Okay. Every once in a while, oh, I forgot. Is there anyone here that wants to say a few words before I get going here with the dedication of the fair? Denny said some nice words about everything about the fair and about the people. Does anyone else want to say some nice words about this fair? Mike?
No.
Anybody? Going once, going twice, 3 times? Mike?
I'm going to say, Mike, you can't resist the microphone.
I'm going to win the blue ribbon for shortest politician. Thank you for all that you do.
I can't believe you won for saying that sort of thing. Thank you for coming, though, really. All right.
Yes.
Before we get to this year's honoree, I want to take and, I'll start over. Every year, the fair board sits down and they try to come up with someone or someones that has done a lot of work, has spent a lot of time, has dedicated their life to this fair. And it's not easy, because when they start looking down through, you can start by 100 names and you got to read them out all the way down through and see what it comes out. And each year finally they get it so they can get everything together and they get one. So before we get to that person that we're honoring this year and dedicating the fair to, I have one. I have a big thank you. And this goes back for 28 years ago. I want to honor, at that time, there were 4 fairly, notice I'll put the word fairly in there, young ladies. They helped, in a big way, get this fair one of the most prestigious awards that is given, and it's given by the New York State Fair Association. And at that time, it was given for the best use of the money promoting the 150th Annual Essex County Fair. They made displays at Floral Hall, and along with their friendliness of greeting all the people that came through, they had flowers all over the fairground. They had walkway signs pointing you to this, pointing you to that, pointing you to something else. And all of that put together helped the state decide to give the fair and these young ladies this prestigious award as the top one. And I would like to thank Linda Adams, Linda Bigelow, Rosanna Clark, and my beautiful wife, Elsa, from the bottom of my heart, all you did to make this fair a success. And all the other people that were involved with it. Thank you so much. I'll get there. Sorry, Mike. All right. Going back, we're coming back 28 years now. We're getting to the present. Let me tell you, I thought I was going to have to go to Mike to see if I could get all the information I needed today, because it took me a while to get it. But we got it, and we got enough. And what we don't have, I'm sure I can make up, nobody will know the difference. But this individual that the fair is dedicated to this year started like probably 99% of these people that are up here and you people that are over there. You started by displaying here at the fair through 4-H. Well, this individual started out by bringing at a very young age through 4-H, brought cattle to show, and he also brought a pony to show. Now, I'm not sure if that pony's name was Pinky or Patches, There was one of those two, and it was from the family farm in that big city of Reber, and he brought him down here. He was young enough to still be wearing a diaper. Or, being from Reber, maybe it just took him longer to get him so he didn't have to wear a diaper with it. He also helped at the Cloverland Farm, which is owned by the West family. He helped them show cattle at the here for many years. In 2002, his lovely wife, Krista, kicked him right in the butt and said, "Look, young man, it's time for you to get a real job." So, not this gentleman, but his lovely wife, Krista, found an ad that said that Essex County was looking for someone to work for the county and to work here on the ground. So, not him, but his wife set up an interview. Well, you got to think now. He's from Reber. His mother worked for supervisor in Willsboro. So there were a number of other people that were there for an interview. And as I said, they met with Willsboro past supervisor Teresa Sayward and Fred Buck, who was the head of the county highway department. And of course, Scott happened to be excuse me, my God, this lucky and honoree, happened to be the last person interviewed. I don't really know how or what, but it happened. He got the job for the county. I'm not saying there might have been influence there, but he got the job for the county. He really did. So, they got back there. Excuse me again. They hired this man to work for the county highway, and he also received a grand title. The title of Essex County Fair Facilities Manager. What the hell is that? I see it going like this with him. But he held this position for 20 years or so, and he retired, I think it was 2022. And about the same time, he became a part of this fair board as a director, in which he also served for 20 years. This honoree went and acquired all the licenses needed to maintain this campground here on the ground, and especially the water system. These licenses, when you go through the state, are not easy to obtain. So congratulations to this honoree, Scott, for doing this. That was a great thing. He was here and was an integral part of the rewiring and trying to upgrade this system so that all the power would be sufficient for the fairgrounds with it. He was also instrumental in helping, and he would be tonight with all of this with the ATV drags or poles or whatever they're drags, aren't they? Yeah. With tonight, they're here with the ATV drags with it. He was also helped maintain this track, and I'll tell you, maintaining this track is not an easy thing to do, but you got to keep that to keep the New York State Harness Racers Association happy, because if they weren't happy, you didn't have races. So again, he did a good job on that. And in between, he found time to draw logs with it for a company that was called the Moran Trucking Company. I don't know, I've never heard of that with it. That must be from over that way in Reber or something with it. So, by his wife, Krista, kicking him in the behind, and him landing this cushy job.
Put the mic up to your mouth there.
Give me a minute.
You want me to flip that page for you?
You know, it's hard with one hand, and I'm left-handed, and I gotta try to turn this. Mike, you'll hold this page up for me. Thank you, you did a very good job on it. Wow, I found something they can do.
I'm from the state, I'm here to help.
This will go over in about 20 minutes. But I also want to say with this, you didn't do a very good job. You got to get it down farther. We get there. All right. We want to say that, you know, most of the time the man thinks he is the king of the household. Well, guess what? He isn't. Many times then the wife is the king of the household. Guess what? She isn't either. There's a queen in that household, and her name is something like Bexley. And I think that she is the queen of the household, and I can see her smiling and doing this from back there with it, and she is the one that kind of runs that with it. But right now, I want to say is congratulations, Byron Scott Moran, on being honored at this fair this year. So would you make your way over here, please, through the mud. You can bring the boss with you, with it. There were many, many things that I really could have said, but my wife told me I had to be nice. Mainly because I have known this gentleman for all of his life. I know some of the things that he did when he was young. I know some of the things he did when he got older. I've known quite a few of the things that this band has done, and some of them could not be repeated up here. And also, sometimes I do call him family. Not for me. This is on my wife's side of the family. He's making it up here, but he's starting to show his age with it, as we can see with it. And I want to say, you know, he is one great guy, and he and the Moran family have been staples of Reber for many, many years for this. And this is a much deserving award for this individual. Right now, it feels funny. I look up there at the maintenance building. And usually, over the years, for 20 years, I could look up there over that and stand, I could see sitting in front of the doors what was likely was like three brothers, you know, like it could have been Scott, and it could have been Bucky, and it could have been Michael. But it wasn't. It was the three Amigo brothers, Scott, Ray, and John. And I truly just looking up there and seeing those three chairs not being there with it. But they were, and they were on call, and they did many, many things for us here with it.
Oh, yeah, come over here. Yep, we're all set back here.
Okay, let's have a big round of applause for this individual right here. You didn't want to do that, did you?
Excellent.
She's a little nervous, she's a little shy.
She's never shy. She's never shy. She's her grandpa's kid like that. Now, first off, you want to read the plaque first?
The Essex County Fair 2026 dedication. The Essex County Fair Board of Directors thanks Mr. Scott Moran for his many hours of work and dedication, upgrading and maintaining the fairgrounds, as well as working alongside 4-H leaders, fair exhibitors, vendors, and Essex County DPW. Scott created lifelong friendships with his fair family. just for the record, a few of them were in the beer tent too.
Up here, Dad, get this wonderful flag and grab the scissors. You get your hand right up there with Grandpa. Have Grandpa get his hand up there. 1, 2, 3, there it is! And wonderful flag right here.
Danny, turn around.
And we say thank you for those wonderful years of dedicated service. I think we should have Byron on there instead of Scott. Because most people don't know it's Byron. Do they?
Not a lot of people.
They do now.
Turn around, honey.
He's not.
Have
He's
Grandpa
Byron.
hold this
He's
thing
an
up.
old Byron. But
Have
you have
Grandpa-
a white say a
Can
few
you hold it
words.
for her? Okay.
I'm quite humbled by all this. Really appreciate it. Can't say it's always a job, but all kinds of fun. It was an extended family. It was some really good times and bad times. The good times were better than the bad times. So I appreciate everything everybody did here tonight, and thank you very much.
Thank you for everything you've done, Mitch. Congratulations, Scott. The 177th Annual Essex County Fair is yours, Scott, for a whole year. Thank you to everyone here tonight. Enjoy this new carnival. Thank you for all the people back here. Thank you, Mikey. And enjoy the new carnival of Beautiful America. And don't forget tonight, stay right there for those ATV drags with it and all the wonderful things coming on the rest of this week here. And I want to thank you all for letting me be part of this wonderful fair for 57 years. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening and welcome to the 177th edition. Thank you.
Well done.